안녕하세요, 림페시 Singapore 남자입니다. 네, 안녕하세요 여러분들. Welcome to a very beautiful autumn day here in Istanbul. As you can see, whoa, beautiful autumn creepers and beautiful sunshine. Of course, I always tend to hide away from the sun. And yes, today just want to take a little time. Let's sit here. Oh, get a good lighting. Oh, here, this angle is good. Okay, let's just spend a little time to talk about what destroys the one thing, the one enemy to your success. What destroys your success when you get up there to a point where you regard yourself as successful. Now, first of all, you need to understand that there is no such thing as success. Okay, first go to this video, watch this video first, because a lot of my talk by thinking about success stems from this thinking. Okay, there's no such thing as success. But now, if you watch that video, then you understand that success and failure is just the process of life, up down. Okay, so since the process of life is going to be up down, then it makes then we have to understand why it turns down as well, right? Because if you don't understand why it turns down, then working for success again is quite meaningless if you know you're gonna run into some kind of failure the moment you get there. Yes, and in my own personal experience, I found that one of the great destroyers of the success that when you get up there is compulsive behavior starts to take over you. Compulsive behavior, it's easier to understand compulsive behavior as that you see some people when they're successful they become completely another person. Before they're successful, they're very nice. After that, when they're so-called successful, they become bastards, they become arrogant and everything. Why do people change when they are so-called successful? Okay, I changed too. I experienced that myself. I became a very different person. I became very, very arrogant, very, very short-tempered. I start to indulge in every and anything in life. All these things are what is known as compulsive behaviors, or what Christians would know this as the sinful nature, where this thing just comes out that takes over you and you cannot actually resist or control it. Hindus call this karma. These are the conditioned past conditionings and conditioned behaviors that starts to come out of you uncontrollably when you're in the past. What shackled you from such behavior was the lack of resources, and then now that you have the money, suddenly it's just all let go. And compulsive behaviors and this kind of compulsive tendencies are what creates basically your ups and downs in life. And it creates the kind of thing where your ups and downs, the shorter your ups and down cycles, the more turbulent and more volatile your life tends to be. And the longer your cycle, the more stable your life tends to be. It's all in a cyclical form. Okay, so by understanding that what is gonna take over you at the top are those kind of compulsive behaviors and compulsive. I'm telling you, a lot of people say that, oh, I won't be like that, I'm not like him. No, everybody's the same, because we come from the same collective unconscious conditioning that this karma, or this unconscious unconscious compulsions are just lurking in the background, waiting to come out. They're just waiting for the day that the chain is released, that the limitations released, and they all come out, and you can't even control it. That's why it's called compulsive behavior. Compulsive behaviors, you experience compulsive behaviors on day-to-day basis as well. Very small things, like when you're working and a car horns and then you compulsively feel irritated. You don't want to. Can you control yourself? Can you say no to that compulsion? No. And for some people, compulsion shows up as addictions, coffee, alcohol, and all that, where you cannot control not doing it. If you don't do it, you feel very compelled to do it, and that's what compulsion means, And the more compulsion you have in life, the more volatile you are, and the shorter your cycles of success and failures are gonna be, and therefore your life becomes very, very hard. Okay, so now So the question becomes, how do you cure or how do you get rid of compulsive behaviors? The thing is, it's not you cannot cure compulsion, just like you cannot cure karma, you cannot cure your sinful nature. The only thing is you develop a mindfulness or awareness of it from a moment to moment basis, and you go through enough of life. That's why the purpose of life, if you watch this video, the purpose of life is collecting enough data in the form of experience. Why? Watch the video to know why. Okay, indisputable, scientific. It is so that the more that you collect, the more your compulsions are triggered, the more you become aware of them. And awareness is the key. The more you're aware, the more you have a choice. Okay, and this is why in the Bible it says, the truth will set you free. The truth meaning the awareness of the reality of this gives you a choice. The choice is freedom. Okay, if compulsion only have power when you have no choice but to act them out. But once you're aware of them and you have a choice, it becomes something you can control, where you can choose to do it or not. Then its power weakens considerably. And over time, the more cycles you go through, the more power you have over it, and eventually you start to break. You will never break free completely, but you start to be able to hold it off at a certain distance, and therefore experience longer cycles rather than short cycles, and then your life becomes more stable and you are able to maintain your success for a longer period of time. Okay, this is actually a very deep topic, which really, you want to go into this topic, it's going to take hours, you know. But if you have any questions or any discussions you want regarding this aspect, please drop me a message in the comments below. Alright, and then I'll see how I can expand on this from here on. See you guys soon. 안녕.